this is Nightbird Tarot. I'm here to do your daily collective message for April 27th, 2025. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to anybody that is new. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you want so that you get future notifications when I do future videos. Welcome back to all my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. It's really helping the community grow so that more people get the messages heard from Spirit. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to pull a card from the Angel Therapy deck and then pull some Rider Waite Tarot for you to get a collective message for all signs. And then I finish the reading off with an Akashic Record Oracle card. This will be a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does, I would love to hear from you in the comment section. Okay. It is Sunday, April 27th, 2025. Please, Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors, what advice do you have for the collective for the day? April 27th, 2025, please. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the collective. Okay. So we have the throat chakra. So the angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. So there may be some type of communication today, but we'll see what the cards have to say. So the angels are helping you to lovingly speak your truth. So I feel like there might be a conversation today that happens to where you're going to need to speak your truth. Okay, so grab your coffee, tea, water, snacks, whatever it is that you like to have while you listen in. And let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the collective energy for April 27th, 2025. Please, Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors, the most important message for the collective. First card we have is the Ten of Pentacles in the upright position. Most important message for the collective energy, please, Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors. We have the Queen of Swords in the upright position. Most important message for the collective, please, Spirit. And we have the Judgment card, Major Arcana in the upright position. Back of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. Okay. Okay, so with the throat chakra, I'm feeling like you may be speaking with family, as this is a kind of a family card, the Ten of Pentacles. It doesn't have to be, but there seems to be some type of gathering in this image. There's an older gentleman here, and there's two people speaking. There's a couple dogs here, and there's a child in the background. So we'll do a little bit more clarification. We have the Queen of Swords here, and we have the Judgment card. So I feel like with the Judgment card, it's almost like a wake-up call is what the Judgment card says to me. Major Arcana, a wake-up call, moving on to something new. But let's see what the cards have to say. So with the Ten of Pentacles in the upright position, with the Queen of Swords, I feel like she's generally a sadder person. She's carrying a burden of some sort. She may be feeling lonely, having anxiety. Spirit is saying she might have a sharp tongue. And maybe that's what the communication is about. This could be you. This could also be somebody that is a widow. Doesn't have to be. But she has a lot of determination here. So with the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like perhaps you might be dealing with family of some sort here. Or maybe there's sadness around family. where you're needing to speak your truth. We'll do some clarification here, though. There could be an inheritance, perhaps from this sad, lonely woman. It doesn't have to be. But then we have the Judgment card, which is the upright position, Major Arcana. So we'll definitely need to do some clarification for the day. But I feel like you're being summoned in some way with the Judgment card. There could be an awakening of some sort as well. Awakening from sadness. And we have the Queen of Cups in the shadow as well. And with the Queen of Cups in the shadow in the reverse position, there's something about it, somebody that's untrustworthy or not making a decision of some sort here. But let's do some clarification. I feel like you're going to need to communicate with family or something today and speaking your lovingly truth. Please clarify the Ten of Pentacles, Spirit, Angels, Guides, Ancestors. Please clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Six of Wands in the reverse position. Please clarify the Queen of Swords, please, Spirit. Please clarify the Queen of Swords. We have the Ten of Wands in the reverse position. Please clarify the Judgment, please, Spirit. We have the Death card. Okay. There's obviously a transformation going on here, perhaps an awakening, a spiritual awakening of sorts. And we do have the Temperance card in the shadow here as well. So there may be some type of spiritual awakening. And you may be speaking to people about this. You may be speaking to others about your spiritual awakening, speaking and having the angels back you to help you speak your lovingly truth. Not for all. But that came to me too, as you got a spiritual awakening here. So we have the Six of Wands in the reverse position, clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. There may be some type of delay when it comes to getting money or some type of inheritance or a paycheck or something like that. There could be a delay. And you might be having a hard time waiting on this delay for this financial. It could be an inheritance. It could be money from family. It could be family money, period. It could be just money in general. You have the Ten of Wands in the reverse position as well, clarifying the Queen of Swords. And I feel like with it in the reverse position, she's had some loss here. And she's not able to keep her stability, which is making her sad. I feel like she might have lost somebody. This could be you. You may be going through a loss of some sort. A physical loss, a divorce, a separation. Doesn't have to be male or female. And you're having a hard time keeping your head above water. And that might be why you're waiting on the money. And there's a delay in you getting the money. You've had some type of loss here that is causing you sadness. And then we have the Death card, Major Arcana, which is clarifying the Judgment card. So there's definitely a transformation going on here. There's an ending of some sort of dynamic. Or change or an end of the way that you used to do something. And you are now being awakened by this change. Perhaps you've been how do I want to say, not seeing the light, and now you do. You have been awakened, and you understand that something has ended. Perhaps you were not, realizing that there has been a loss. Perhaps you've been dismissing it, but now you're being awakened by it and you realize there has been a tremendous loss for you. Okay? This is causing you sadness. And you may be waiting some financial, you may be having some financial difficulty and you're waiting on this money. The Temperance card is also here, Major Arcana in the shadow. What Spirit is calling for is patience with this matter. Try to balance your energies so that you get better results, so that you can get what it is that you're looking for here, whatever monetary help that you're needing. So Spirit is saying to have patience with the Temperance card here. With the Queen of Cups in the shadow as well. You may be dealing with somebody that's untrustworthy or somebody that's not able to make a decision through this loss. Whatever loss that this is. Yeah, so it seems like you're needing to speak your truth. I think you're finally having a wake-up call from the change and the transformation that you're going through. And you need to speak your truth lovingly to whoever it is that needs to hear it. The angels are here to help and guide you through this. But I think you're having a wake-up call now. Perhaps you have been in denial about the loss, and now you're waking up to it, and you're going through a transformation. You may be dealing with some type of weight on some type of monetary money, an inheritance, a check, something of that matter. You could be waiting. There's been a delay on that. I feel like that's a separate message than what's going on here. It could be tied to the same thing, but there's been some type of loss here. And I feel like you've been in denial about the loss, and now you're realizing, you're waking up with the Judgment card. You become awake and you realize that your world has changed. Spirit says to have patience with the Temperance card here as you're going through this loss and this change and waiting perhaps on some monetary items or money. Yeah. Kind of a specific message today, but I feel like as a collective, you may be waking up and realizing there could be a spiritual awakening as well that you're going through, and you're realizing all that has been lost. Perhaps not going through the spiritual awakening and being like, I should have known this the whole time. I've been in denial. That's what I'm feeling for you today, collective. But we have the Sun card in the reverse position and the World. So some chapter is coming to an end with the World card. And you're moving on to happier times with the Sun card, the happiest card in the deck. So there has been a completion of a cycle that has occurred. Perhaps you've been in denial about it, but you're now seeing the light. You're being awakened by it. And this means that this chapter is closing. The World is here. So this chapter is closing, coming to an end. You're now going to move forward into a new adventure, a new life, a new belief system, a new way of speaking your truth. And that may just be what it's about. Perhaps you've not spoken your truth before, but now you're being enlightened and you're going to say, I'm no longer going to hide in the shadows. I'm going to speak my truth, which is going to bring you happiness with the Sun card here. With the Sun card in the upright position, this is the happiest card in the deck. This is blissfulness, contentment, happiness. In the reverse, it just means a little less than that. Not as joyous and excited. You are sad about this loss, okay, with this Queen of Swords here. But what you don't understand is that this is coming to a completion, and you will be happier in the end with the Sun card here. So let's pull a card from the Akashic Records for the collective for today. But yes, it seems like you're being awakened to some type of loss, and you're realizing that it's time to move on now. There may be some type of delay when it comes to monetary items, but the Spirit says with temperance to be patient, okay? And be able to speak your truth now. Don't be holding back your feelings. It's time to speak your truth about this loss, okay? Angels, guides, ancestors, please wrap up the reading with an Akashic Records card for the collective energy for April 27th, 2025. Okay. So we pulled the card Scattered Energy. So you have too much on your plate and have lost your focus. This is causing you to feel exhausted and overwhelmed. Prioritize your well-being and create a new plan. And I think that's what you're being awakened by. You've had such scattered energy. Perhaps you've been in denial about the loss that's happened within your life or the change that has happened. And you've had such scattered energy because you've had a lot on your plate. So now is the time to really wake up from this matter and create a new plan in order to move forward towards your happy ending with the Sun card, okay? The World card was there. So its cycle has completed. But yep, use your voice in a loving way. Speak your truth about how this makes you feel, or your truth about understanding what you know now. Now you're being awakened to this loss. I hope that you enjoyed the message, collective. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.